Michael Conlan looks to rebound off a frankly devastating loss against Lee Wood back in March. That was Conlan's first tilt at a world title. He is heavily promoted by Top Rank and ESPN Plus. But what an absolutely electric fight. Definite Fight of the Year candidate. Conlan put Wood down early in the first round. Wood's actually very lucky it happened when it did because he got that minute to recover. But, it was a back and forth war from that point on. Conlan looked to be getting the better of it, but he did start to tire down the stretch. Wood then came on strong in the championship rounds and knocked him out in the 12th. But, Conlan fell through the ropes. The ambulance was called. It did look, fairly devastating. So this is his first fight back since that defeat. So it's kind of from an interest viewpoint. How does Conlan kind of approach this fight? How does he look after that first defeat of his career? The positives for Conlan are obviously, look, he showed how good of a boxer he was in that fight against Lee Wood. Lee Wood is a regular world champion at least. Conlan was cruising for a large part. He is a very, very high-level technical boxer. He's ambidextrous. He can switch hit, extremely slick. But that fight did raise some, pretty serious question marks on Conlan. I was concerned by the fact he couldn't seem to move away from Wood, especially laterally, create some space for himself. He didn't seem to have the experience down the stretch either when things got rough in there, to simply clinch Wood and tie him up as well. And in relation to that inability to clinch Wood, he simply couldn't slow down the pace of the fight either. He got sucked into fighting Wood's type of fight, even though he was the one dominating. So, if you're in trouble in a fight, that's what elite level fighters do in the sport. If you're in trouble, if you're in a tight spot against an opponent, you kind of suck the air out the room. You think Mayweather versus Mosley, Mayweather got rocked and then he just slows the fight right down. Conlan couldn't do that, and that will be concerning as he fights for more world titles. But in terms of this weekend, he's chosen a fighter in Miguel Marriaga that, while a seasoned vet, 35 years of age, has a ton of power as well. Has seen better days. He is a tough fighter. He took a very hard-hitting Nicholas Walters the distance back in the day, took Oscar Valdez the distance. He went rounds with Lomachenko. So Marriaga has been around the block, but this is a good chance for Conlan to show his skills. I think Marriaga is a good choice of opponent. As one of the biggest factors in the Lee Wood fight for me was how quickly Wood was able to close the distance on Conlan. Wood is deceptively fast foot speed. Marriaga doesn't. So Conlan should have that space. And, for me, with the fight happening in Belfast, it's only a 10-rounder as well. So Marriaga won't have the chance to wear out Conlan like Lee Wood did. But the Conlan by decision prop, it is going off at a pretty sizable minus 275. But I just can't see any other outcome happening. So, while it is a bit, Conlan's only got a 50% KO percentage, and that was early in his career as well. So while it is a steep price, I can't see any other outcome in this fight. So, Conlan by decision minus 275.